Okay, I'm trying to do this wall pocket thing for you today so that if some of you aren't going to be here next week and you can get in tomorrow and you want to try it, you can do it. So I'm doing it at home under adverse conditions. I've just rolled this out by hand. So what I have here is an 8.5 by 8.5 square. That's smaller than it should be. I recommend you start with at least 10 inches, and I'll show you why in a minute. I've rolled out the square. And I've compressed it with my rib in 4 directions. I go down, I go across, and then I go diagonal, and then diagonal the other way. And I've already done this to the other side. Okay, now this is when I'm going to apply my texture. I don't have a whole lot of texture stuff at home here, so I know one element I want to include on this is this little crown, and I'm going to see if I can just get it to work right here. It probably won't with my luck, but I'll stick it in there. Let's see if I can get it out. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's not great. My clay is super soft right now, so I'm really pushing it, but this will be enough for you to get the idea. Okay. Good enough. Hopefully, can you see that? We'll see it later. Okay, and then around the edges, I'm going to use this little Tropicana orange cap because it has a cute little decoration on it. So I'm going to start that about halfway here, but you'll see once I have this done, you can do whatever you want with this. It's super duper flexible. So I'm just going to roll this gently along the other sides. Trying not to squish this square too much. Not that it can't be fixed, but the less damage I cause now, the better. And then just a little bit this way. Okay. Okay, good enough. All right, now I need to turn this over. And that's why I have this on this paper thing, because if I put it on a bat, my clay is so sticky that it, find my crown, okay. So there's my crown. I'm just gonna put a little hole, little dot here so I know that's the opposite of my crown. Okay, so now that I have it flipped over, I'm just gonna draw a line to find the middle. So just a light corner to corner to find the middle. Okay. So now at this point it's just a process of folding. So I'm going to grab a sponge. Like one of these. And I know my crown is here. And that's the one that I want to come up first. So I'm going to pull that toward me and just set it on the sponge. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to fold one of these over and then the other one over. And I'm going to slip and score to get these to stay here. And then I'm going to make some fabulous looking little button type thing, which I will slip and score and place there. And then I'm going to use my hole punch and make a hole right there. And I'm going to use my finger to take this line out here. And then the sponge will keep it in place for me while it dries. And I can, you know, I will work to seal all of these. So this can be absolutely watertight. You could, you know, you could grow a plant in here if you wanted to. And that's it. And so when it's done, you end up with something like this. This one started out at 9.5 inches. I wish it were just a tiny bit bigger. So if I did it, I might start at 11 inches. But you can see I put a border all the way around it. And then I used, I have a honeycomb textured mat. And I did 2 of these so that I could show you this. This one, you can see I didn't glaze on the back. This one, I used a doily, and it is glazed on the back. And there's the good example of the brown wax on my button there. But what I wanted to show you especially is the one that I didn't glaze on the back. I just fired it like this on the kiln shelf. And it's fine. The one that I did glaze on the back, I fired on a stilt, like a three-pronged stilt, so that I could glaze all of it. But if you, I don't know if you can see, but it definitely bowed up a little bit. So it sunk down onto the stilt a little. So depending on how you're going to use it, that may be a problem for you. But it's a trade-off between a little bit of sinking and having the back fully glazed, or a nice flat back and the back being raw. So that's it. That's a super easy envelope folded wall pocket. I hope you'll give it a try.